Okay. We're all rational human beings with no strangeness at all. So, in this moment, the Minotaur opposite of rally. They run away. They retreat. A lot of them, some of them straight up taking people with them. There's a handful of kidnappings that you're just sure people throw rocks. You guys are all too kind of lost in this very moment. The village burns around you. Oscar takes a breath where he wasn't breathing before. And actually, was that because that heal was so big? His eyes open, and he kind of very quickly sits upright. And kind of looks around, sees Borum, the head of the Minotaur, dead on the ground, blood leaking into the frosty grass.
My sword is definitely still hanging out of her chin.
That's worse.
Definitely.
Just hanging out there. Just chilling.
Oh, we're just hanging.
Dangling, flapping about.
And kind of is Richter okay?
Father, I'm here.
He just lays back down. Good.
Torrent.
Leha does the healing, right? Leha
Yeah,
does
yeah.
the healing.
Yeah.
We need to get him to Leha.
I'm
I'm
fine.
sorry. It was my fault. If I hadn't got hit, you wouldn't have had to jump in the way.
I'll
Hey, we
slap
need to
Torrent
get
in
you
the
to
face.
Leha too.
Torrent takes 1 damage from the slap.
Oh God.
Balara will catch him. We
You,
need to get you there too.
thank you.
Torrent's just like holding his face and like crying sulkily. He's like,
Oscar pushes himself up using his sword. And he puts a lot of respect in this weapon. This is a very unrespectful moment for him. And he said, let's just make one thing clear. None of us are to blame. This is the fault of an overgrown lizard. We get you to the healing powers of Leha. We rally the injured. We count the dead. And then we find out what to do next. Okay?
right.
And he just turns and starts moving. Actually starts checking the inside of the center, which is a traumatizing sight.
Sir, what of the tree?
Amaryllis is
The
just
tree.
watching. Amaryllis is just watching the Minotaur go in the distance. Doesn't even respond.
Your name. Can we have it?
Name, yes. They call me Amaryllis, the distant. I am watcher, rememberer, prophet. Some would call me an oracle.
She's a friend. I've not seen
Indeed.
the kind of magic she used since Leha's days on the battlefield. I think if you would, that she could do some aid here now. We need the friends we can have. Oi! You were allowed a few buzzes. Someone's phone's
I'm
on the desk.
really sorry. Yeah, no.
Yeet it!
Family stuff. I'm really sorry.
Okay,
I'd love
okay,
that if
that's
dogs
fine.
had just been like, yeah, yeah. And then you just hear it
So
in
it
the background.
shatter.
Ow!
But yeah, he just sort of says that, and then just continues looking around, kind of expecting you to go to Leha's, which is the only
Yeah, I
building
mean-
that's not really on fire because it's kind of underground.
You can see like Torrent's taking a few steps in that direction, but he's also like swaying dangerously.
I would want to stabilize him and lead him to Leia.
Yeah. Be a guiding arm.
Tree.
Thanks, Phil.
Her gaze slowly turns to you, still looking as if it's staring through you rather than at you.
Thank you for warning us, but I can't help but wonder. What sort of warning is it when it's mere moments before the dragon arrives?
I lament I could not warn you sooner. Alas, wings carry a beast far quicker than roots.
Still, we all thank you.
You are most welcome, young one.
All right. You get...
Valara would turn around momentarily and be like, if you're wounded, you should maybe go see Griff. And then she'll turn to Torin and she'll be like, you're helping me collect my equipment later.
That's like turning to a pig and being like, "Are you hurt? Maybe you should go to the butcher's."
I'm really just...
No, he would have all manners of things to like heal. Like,
He was
Ew.
literally just He was literally introduced feeding the wood, which is a very good thing. Very nice.
oils and saps
Yeah.
and stuff that you rub on damaged wood.
Give her a good rub down. Bella's just trying to get Griffley. Wingman daughter. First, you bring Torin to Leia's hut, which has other people swaddled in blankets. Leia is giving people salves, and when she sees Torin, she actually lets out kind of like a breathless gasp and will immediately start tending to him as well. It's like, oh, you stupid boy! You went and got yourself hurt!
There, I felt it. I felt him. There was a purple glow. And then his eyes roll back. And his arm, he's reaching out and his arm just goes floop.
You see her take from a very old box some certain herbs and start to work them onto Torin specifically. Richter and Amaryllis, by kind of extension, what are you guys doing?
Probably do my best to tend to civilians who are obviously not capable of walking themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would. Amaryllis would be following Richter and would be sort of lingering in that I want to help, but I imagine most people are probably just scared of her, so she just hangs back.
In this
a little.
context, people kind of don't notice you.
Okay, if that's fair. In that case, she is just helping how she can by sort of helping people move around and.
Your ultimate camo, you just stop moving. And
Yeah, I mean, literally, you
Tree.
just kind of blend in, and people are so shaken, they don't necessarily notice you or have as much fear of you as they might have before. Alright. We can skip forward quite a bit in time. Some fires are put out, some couldn't be. Luckily,
I would have
the
gone back and collected all of my equipment. How many of my arrows can I have back?
from the battlefield?
Uh-huh.
Roll a d4. Three arrows.
That's how many I used.
That was good. You didn't just find a stray arrow on the ground. Yeah, if you can keep track how many arrows you use and tell me, then I can do that bit better.
Pulls an arrow, like a Minotaur arrow of someone
As, people are being brought in, you bring them towards Leia's hut, and people set up some tents outside it, simple lean-tos and things. First off, you notice a lot of people who aren't there. Griff doesn't show up. Pretty much the whole village is showing up here, whether they are injured or not now, just to kind of so people can kind of count and check what's up. Griff doesn't show up.
I would go find him.
You go back to your house, to the carpentry shop, and you see the workshop kind of collapsed inwards, still burning. You take a quick instinctual look, and you can see Griff trapped with the timber crushed one of his legs. The building's still kind of on fire around him.
Can I pull him out?
You can try with an athletics.
Okay. That's gonna be hard. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
He's down. Like you start. He's like, no, stop. You pull me out like that, my leg's gonna pop out.
You're gonna lose that leg anyway.
Get Richter or Oscar.
I will. I don't even finish.
Yeah.
I don't even wait for him to finish. I go back to Richter.
I'd probably be probably stood where we first saw Amarilla. Just watching.
Well, as I'm like running towards you, I would say like in a loud whisper, like getting your attention without trying to draw attention from other people, right? And Richter.
Yes.
My dad is trapped. I can't get him out.
What?
Griff is trapped. He's trapped. He's gonna burn to death. It's on fire. My house is on fire.
Okay.
Help me.
I come
She
10 around.
just starts running.
Athletics check. When you get there to help him out to lift the log. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's a strain. This is hard. This is brutal work, but you lift the timber enough for Bella to like kind of slide. You even kind of like push Griff out as well at the same time to push him out. You're right, that leg is gone. It's gonna be what's left is going to need to be amputated. But that's not the thing to worry about right now. He's alive. And you
How
can kind
long?
of
Sorry, how long between the attack and now?
maybe an hour.
Okay. You didn't think to check on him sooner?
He's always okay. I've been doing things. I've been taking care of people, Richter. What do you want from me? Griff, you're
Griff.
gonna survive. We're gonna get you to Leha. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll pick up Griff.
Yeah. Okay, big boy.
Are you carrying him bridal style?
You gotta. In this context.
Fireman carry it over the shoulder.
I feel like that would actually hurt. Over
Hand
the
on the-
shoulder would
Yeah.
probably be the way to do it with a no leg.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see when one of us has a crushed leg.
Yeah, exactly. You get him back, and similar tales happen in other places. Over the rest of the night, enough time for Torin to wake up when he's ready, you know. Oscar, who's currently in charge, because one of the people that was taken was Chief Trandil, apparently. Mostly does a head count, getting Richter's help. Of a village of around 100, there is around 50 people left. People who are all injured or shaken or and now dispossessed with their homes burning. Oscar will kind of bring you four together. Torin, you can be there if you want or not.
Torum, like as soon as he regains consciousness after this, he like struggles to his feet and starts helping.
Yeah,
Like,
he
ashamed
will
of
bring
the fact-
you four and Leha kind of aside, which is really going to Leha because she's not moving aside for anyone. And we'll say, there's a lot of things we need to do. Some we need to do now. They burned the granary. They took what they could. What's left, that beast spewed foul poison upon. We need food. And we need healative herbs. Torin, do you think you could find them in the forests?
Yeah, I know what they look like. Belle might know where they grow if I can describe them.
I will
Food.
accompany you. How are the herds?
That's a problem for later. Scattered, mostly. First we get as many lives stable as possible. If we can't get, what's it called? And there's like, Blue Lady herbs. We can't get that. We can't make salves. We can't treat the wounds. We're going to lose a lot more people. And we need food, so do we have enough strength to continue? Boars in the forest will not have been spooked by all of this fire, all of this chaos. Go to the forest. Kill some boars. Bring them back. Get some Blue Lady.
Herbs first, then hunting. I would go aside to Leha, and I would say, is there anything that I can look for to dull the pain when you take care of that? And indicate Griff's leg.
Blue Lady is very good, but not quite strong enough to completely handle something like that. Yes, we might want something stronger. There's a certain type of lichen that grows on some of the trees that is a particularly good painkiller. It won't help with the healing, but it will make him stay... It'll make him survive the necessary procedures that we'll have to be doing. It is black, sticky. It grows on the pines.
And then Balara will hand her over a flask of spirits or something and be like, he'll need some of this in about an hour. And then again, another couple hours. Hopefully I'll be back by then.
Alright. You have unlocked Cornucopia Village Missions, a little handout of what you need to be done. You can all edit this if other things need to be done. I will also try and remember to give you the main missions that I put to try and bring Cornucopia back to some kind of survival. Right now you only have those two because they need to be done tonight. But as you try to rebuild and maybe eventually take revenge, this will be where I put these little things.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm very into this.
So,
Scratching my classic vibe.
yeah, this is I was imagining, you know, a quest sound effect then. That was absolutely a short rest. So those who are injured take a hit dice of healing. And when you're ready, you can head off to the forest and try and find something to eat. Oh, good big boy heal. Torin's still not 100%, but that's kind of to be expected.
I was good by a big mamble.
Yeah, the last of the Blue Lady was used on you. And that's the thing, you look down, there is not a big hole where there was a big hole. There is really painful, like, growing flesh. You're mostly just weak right now. Blood loss.
Can I head home quickly and just check on my mum?
Yeah. Well, your mum would... assuming your mum is alive at the start of the story,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes, your mum is bedridden.
Yeah.
Yes, she is fine. Your building is mostly stone.
Mm-hmm.
So your house is pretty fine. You might want to relocate her to Leyhairs, or maybe even keep her here just so it's not so completely busy.
She'll likely be sleeping, so I just wanted to go
Yeah.
kiss her on the forehead and get back out.
It's almost like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. Exactly the way I would want it. I think Richter would feel most suited to hunting for boar, finding meat. So I would probably head to Balara and ask, you know the woods.
Aye.
We need food.
Aye.
I know you're heading off with Torrin to find a blue lady.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind just pointing me in the direction?
I have a different plan. You come with us to find the blue lady. We gather as much as we can, and we send it back with Torrin into the town while you and I hunt many boar. Enough boar to feed what remains of our home.
Acceptable. You did
Amarilla,
well.
the tree. She's gonna brush right past that. Actually,
It's one of those things where you kind of forgot that Amaryllis is there. Because she's so incredibly still and silent in a wooden building.
Yeah.
I guarantee that she knows things about herbs and boar that we couldn't possibly fathom. So, if we could enlist her help.
In a day, the whole world flips upside down.
Yeah. Anyway, back in line. And she nudges you and starts heading into the forest.
Okay, team. So, Blue Lady first.
Blue lady first, but Torrin would go and ask the spirit, the nature spirit, who happens to be attuned with all things nature before we go. Excuse me. It's you, Ian.
Oh, right, okay. Well, considering your religion is about spirits, I don't know. I wasn't sure whether you're referring
He
to...
just turns and talks to a pig.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he might have some sort of nature spirit idol.
The pig knows the future!
Yeah, it's Ambrose just turns towards you and again, that gaze, doesn't say anything.
Are you familiar with a sort of leafy herb called Blue Lady?
I know of this herb, yes. I knew a mortal who used it commonly.
We need lots of it, or people are gonna die. Maybe
She just nods in understanding. Ollie, can I use precognition to sort of locate a grove of Blue Lady or get an image of it?
You can use precognition to see how this mission is going to go.
Okay, and in the
and in the process, see where it is.
Yeah, that's the hope. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's
Yeah,
clever.
yeah. Okay. Ian is playing an Oracle, a homebrew class that I will at some point put on the Patreon and then my website, which is based around precognition because they are an Oracle. They can see into the future. At the moment, you can only see up to a day.
Actually, I think it's only about an hour at the moment, but
Yeah, yeah, exactly, like less. Yeah, only an hour. Yeah. Luckily, this isn't very long. I don't know. I was gonna say you close your eyes. I don't even think you do. You just kind of zone out. Yeah.
just which to Torin might
You
not
wouldn't
even
notice
make any
anything.
difference.
Maybe you might notice some more flowers blooming
the,
in her
the
hair.
flowers seem more active, and there's something slightly otherworldly about her in that moment, more so than normal.
More so than normal. You see blue women frolicking amongst the trees in a riverbed that is dry. You see green creep amongst it, and the ladies try to run, but not quite get away.
She sort of comes back to herself. A river without water. The poison spreads towards it. We must make haste, or it shall be lost, as are your crops.
Would Balara know what she was talking about when she said a river without water?
You can give me a... Looking at your stats, seeing what would be better to roll. Survival. I was gonna see if you had good nature.
Ollie, I just want to say you make me so happy.
Hey, you know, well, what's the point of playing D&D if I don't get to make you sad and happy? I gotta do both. You know a few. Around this time of year, there's dry riverbeds that during the spring, you know, the snow melt digs through. So you know a couple of places that it would be good to look.
She would make eye contact then with Torn and say, "It's by my griffin camp." Because she gives her little camps names.
I was just like, what?
Griffin camp.
There aren't any griffins
Squirrel,
at all.
fish. We were there today.
Oh, oh.
Dun dun dun. Let's. All right. In which case, you can rush down that way. Everyone who is looking for the herb, give me a survival roll. Balara and everyone but Richter, give me a nature roll as well. Richter just wouldn't know this.
Okay, might as well.
As you trudge towards this forest, and this is the biggest of the kind of local pouches of forest. This is autumn, and you're full swing in autumn, so actually traveling through these forests is a little bit awkward. There's a lot of crusty, dry plant cover and bushes that are spindly. Yeah. As you move through. It is Amaryllis who notices. In little ponds and things that must bring up the groundwater, not always do you see the water turning green, as the river did for a short moment, because the river is no longer green. But you can just kind of smell this. It's an uncomfortably sweet smell. It is a sweet poison this dragon holds. You can smell it starting to saturate some parts of this forest, even though it's not. It's slightly down river of the, but not enough. You think the further downriver these forests are going to get very corrupted, and you, in particular, Amaryllis, know that such magical poison isn't just going to kill things. It might warp things. Things might survive, but they become changed. It might attract much more terrible things. You have seen this happen before in other places. You're particularly aware of creatures called scrags that are attracted to polluted water and make the water more polluted. A type of troll, a lesser troll. Something to keep an eye on. When you get to...
Yeah, so sorry, just as we're moving, Amaryllis would slowly motion to one of the ponds and with everyone's attention just say, Malakes brings the rot. Downriver, this will corrupt. The creatures will not be what they once were. will be more dangerous.
Corrupt how?
They will no longer be the friendly beasts you once knew. They will be warped creatures of terrible wrath.
How do we cut the rot out?
It is beyond me or you at this time. It is something to hope for in the future. For now, avoid downriver. It will only grow more deadly by the day.
All right. As you move, you get to Griffin Camp, which is the same as it was. It's one of those things that might give you a bit of a humbling moment that you two were here 8 hours ago and everything was fine. It is Torin who kind of looks around, knowing this area, but never thinking to look for Blue Lady. Especially in this kind of cold forest, it blends in really well with the rest of the plant life. While Blue Lady is a blue fern, it's a kind of greenish blue that you just don't notice sometimes. But you kind of get up over the ridge that kind of sits over this camp, and you find a whole little grove of it. You know, clearly one plant grew here, and then more plants started to grow in a little bit of light and a little bit of protection from the trees around, and it is a jackpot.
What about the lichen?
That you don't find with this roll. If you want to spend more time looking for it, that will be another roll.
I would also pull Amaryllis aside and ask her if she knows of it, if she has any advice looking for it, and if she could help me.
See Torin's good boy reaction first.
Okay.
Torin will climbs the hill slightly and sees it spreading out and goes, "Wow, I trick be blessed. It's here. There's plenty for everyone."
And start plucking and putting it in a bag.
He carefully he plucks the new leaves and so that it will not kill.
You want to keep the area alive. That will get you less, but you keep the area alive.
I also would probably, while they were collecting, sit down and weave a little basket for him to take it back in.
Neil, can you give me a medicine roll real quick? I feel like this is Fable 3. I'm giving you, leadership choices and things. Quick head math. If you don't pluck the whole grove and you only leave enough, you herbalist responsibly, which is kind of what you're meant to do, you won't have enough to heal everyone. You're turning this into salves, not potions, which does make it go further. And, applying a little bit to bandages. It means that some people... what it means specifically, because of the type of cure that you guys do, those people with less severe injuries will actually be more prone to infection later on. I don't know if you would necessarily use the word infection. More prone to foul miasma or whatever.
Yeah.
But you would know that would be the case
and
if you don't pluck the whole area.
If I was to take half of it irresponsibly.
You could do that. You don't really know what, there's a very delicate ecosystem that's already being damaged. You don't really know. You think if you keep it all together, it might kind of bound together, against the corruption. You don't know what the future might hold.
I have to be responsible then. Torin will just take what will not damage the plant, will not kill the plants.
Okay.
He will push it a little bit, some of the leaves where he'd be like, no, they're too young or too old.
And the plants that are nearer water sources and you think might die anyway.
Yeah. He may as well just take those out.
Okay.
In a way to protect it, like you say. They form a clump rather than having
exactly.
outliers that will drag corruption towards them.
Torn, forgive me, but aren't they all going to be poisoned anyway?
What? No. This is.
Poison is spreading.
Yeah, but it won't spread here necessarily. This place is protected. The forest is protected. This is Oilin's realm, and poisons and whatnot can't do whatever they want here. Look at Amaryllis. If poisons spread that quickly, she'd be affected as well.
I look to Amaryllis.
Me too.
I cannot see all that the flow holds. They might survive, they might not. Such is the way of things.
I have faith. Oilin will protect them. We need these if we're to survive a winter.
All right. With that, you get the blue lady herbs.
We don't have to worry about catching boars. I found some food.
All right. What's next, team?
I would ask Amarillo about the lichen.
I assume I am probably
Nature
recognize
roll.
the description.
This is a
It's an
peculiar
unusual
one.
Okay, fair enough.
You do.
Okay.
You do recognize it. It would grow in this kind of area on some of the older trees. Your vision didn't really help with this kind of thing. And lichens are hardy. If this area grows corrupted, lichens will be mostly fine. So you don't have that kind of worry. It's not a race against time, perhaps. But you don't know exactly where. But you know the kind of trees it would grow upon.
Yeah, so Amaris would just say, there is not as immediate danger as to the ladies, but I do not know precisely. They will grow on older trees, certain trees, and she would give a description as best she could of the types of trees to look out for.
I don't mind if I need some for my dad. He's going to lose a leg, and it dulls the pain, from what I know.
Yes.
I just need some now. Thank you.
Yes. I will help you look out for them as we move.
Is that in between here and the town?
This is all in the forest, so kind of for looking for herbs and hunting for boar is kind of, you are just doing things in the forest. You're not really going back towards town or anything.
All right, then I would also fall back and sort of indicate to Richter that I'd like him to fall to the back to talk to me as well. And I'd be like, I don't know if I'm comfortable sending Torin back alone now.
Why?
I'm on edge.
There is that uncomfortable sweet smell that hangs in the air.
He got injured today, very badly. If he were to be ambushed by maybe a minotaur that stayed behind, or if he got surprise attacked by even a buck.
Is this in
I don't like his
earshot?
chances.
You can be perception.
He is strong.
I don't disagree, but he is weakened.
Okay.
Hey guys, we got the blue lady, so I should probably get this back before anyone dies. He smiles, then stops smiling. Oh no, that was the wrong thing to do.
Yikes!
Big yikes.
Big
Unflin-
yikes.
Unflinchingly, not catching the irony of that, I'll look at Balar and just be like, "You stay here. I'll go back with him. I'll return shortly."
I'll kill enough for us to carry back by then.
Fine.
Fine.
I'll be fine. I walked this way on my own this morning.
You gave me a favor earlier this morning. I want to return it, please.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Rita.
Mm-hmm.
You start heading back. What do you want to do while they're gone, Bellara and Amaryllis?
Let's get it down. Ow. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
I'm a lesbian dendrophile. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah!
Um,
D&D does nothing if not go to the specific kinks.
no, I would ask her to look for the lichen while I hunt for.
Okay. Can you give me a nature roll real quick? Both of you? But Ara, actually, like, you say that out loud and then you think. And it's sort of what Oscar said before, and a little bit of your own experience, that he said that the boar are worth hunting because they'll still be here. They won't have been spooked away. Any elk or anything like that would have run far up valley. But that doesn't mean the boar won't be on edge. And a boar, if you fuck up a shot, will gore you anyway. You are probably not going to be able to catch a boar without a fight. And maybe you get a good shot and you kill one instantly, or it bleeds out very quickly. But
Yeah,
maybe
you don't hunt boar with a bow.
I would from the trees. I would climb a tree where it couldn't get me and shoot it and track it.
We had this exact discussion once.
This is why I have stealth rolls. Or high stealth.
Okay.
This is
I was
like,
just saying. That's totally fair.
I built her for hunting.
I said
100%.
exactly what.
It's
Good
true.
thing I have a spear,
In which case...
and I'm gone.
In which
No,
case...
I got this, dude.
Your plan is to climb the trees and hunt from above, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, you need to give me both a survival and a stealth roll.
Okay.
You're gonna Lara Croft the boar.
Shame you
Yeah.
didn't have any rope. Then you could like climb
I do
above
have
it
rope.
and lower down a noose, and then.
I'm gonna luck it.
To be fair, that wouldn't work because because balls are really heavy and strong.
The boars are like, what was that noise?
Must have been the wind. You...
Valara just points at Amaryl.
I'm just
Blame it on the tree because she won't notice. Which happens a lot in any gathering with Ian, because Ian won't notice when you blame him for things
I
half
am
the
the
time.
no wisdom
So,
character.
very relatable. You head up into the trees. You know this area very well. I mean, you have your camp here. But when you see on board, you see two that are kind of traveling in a little group together. And this is the perfect opportunity. You wait and ready, hoping that one will break off, or maybe for a good chance to maybe shoot both of them in quick succession. When it's strange. It's a strange thing that happens. It's not that you fall out of the tree. It's that from the south, you kind of enter this forest from the south, and you're kind of in the north side. A murmuration of birds, very quickly, very spooked, blusters by you in the tree, clearly running away from something. You very quickly, with your good nature rolls and things, realize it's kind of like just the corruption is causing things to act strangely. And that causes so much attention that the boar immediately notice you and are spooked. But they're not going to run. They immediately kind of circle the tree. There's two of them.
Oink. Bring wood, bring oil.
And they kind of like scrape their tusks on the bark of the tree and everything. They're like,
I would just start
Waiting.
shooting them.
Okay,
As they were doing that. I would just
please.
start shooting them.
please roll initiative.
Sure. Come here, token. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
I love the boar token.
I could have put you on a battle map, but there's just you, so I won't.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
Yeah. Wow, that is really good.
+8. Good thing someone persuaded you to take that.
Shut the fuck up, Dean.
Oh, is that the I can't be surprised banger?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
is a good.
You might have to remind me of it sometimes, but it's a good banger.
I feel like Vale had it. Are you just making a Vale clone?
No.
She's making a
She's a woman.
It's like a discount Vale clone.
making
Wow.
a veil.
Not because she's a woman, because she's not Vale. Jeez, I wish you hadn't said that. Like, my
All
brain
right.
was like, "Wah."
The boar are still pretty fast, but you get the first initiative because they're kind of like, tackling at the tree and things like that. And 2 boar, that makes the tree shake. What's the plan?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot a boar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a miss.
Okay.
Kind of glances off the side. After this, the 2 boar both start
Shaking.
continue tackling trees shaking. Please give me a dexterity save.
Sure. Do you want acrobatics or a
Dex
obviously you want a dex
save.
I'm
Yeah,
stupid.
saves are more often for when it's like a quick thing. You fall from the tree. Down to the
Again, it's a
boar.
party member to boars in the first session.
Jesus Christ.
You
This
underestimated
is where
boars as a level 1
obviously-
adventurer.
Yeah, that's horrific.
This is obviously where my doxy luck kicks in.
You were being very lucky until now. But
I was.
you don't take full damage, and it's your turn next as you fall. You are going to fall prone.
I'm going to get up and climb the tree.
Okay. Acrobatics. Get knocked down. Get up again. You get up again. They are going to keep
They
They
pull
are
out
going to keep tackling. Yeah, they pull out their frickin' Uzis.
axes.
They are going to keep tackling tree. Give me another dex save.
Okay.
Uzis.
That was a
I like
delayed
the idea of them
action
having
joke.
chainsaws.
Oh,
You stay in. Your turn. Dean like that.
Oh.
That's a hit on a ball. But not a killing strike. The arrow plunges in, not deep enough to get a kill. Dean is gone. Dean is fucking,
When a visual sits just right in my head, I can't stop laughing at it.
That's like me with that picture of your peen. Ho 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 ho.
That's not very nice.
Please give me another dex save. They're just going to keep shaking the tree until
Okay, sure.
situations change. An arrow doesn't. Yep, you're good. Attack, please.
Uh-huh.
Who
Hell
can
yeah,
only
that's a
take
hit.
so much damage.
That brings the board
What's
you
this
shot
system?
down with the second arrow, and with that, the other one remaining lets out these whineful noises and kind of trots around for a few moments before starting to run away. You actually get another shot
That's happening.
before it gets under too much cover,
Damn it.
which misses, meaning you only get the one, but that's still a lot of food. These boars are plump this time of year.
I would tie a rope to its feet and start heading towards the village, kind of keeping an eye out for more.
I can't believe I didn't make a 30 to 40 wild boar joke.
I did
Wow.
in chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
You missed out, dude.
I did.
They are pretty hot shit.
A
as,
1 to 2 wild boar. A level 1 adventurer could not handle 30 to
No,
40 wild
obviously.
boar. You would get minced. Speaking of, Amaryllis, take me away. Give me a survival roll. And, sometimes my brain goes before my head, and that's why I'm a streamer.
Oh yeah, another nat one. This is going well.
Good.
You guys need to roll like 220s in a row, please.
We
Just,
figured
like,
out who
be
the
more-
chuckle nuts are in this campaign.
Hey, I'm the skill
The
monkey.
women.
I'm
We have a woman climbing a tree to fight Boar and a tree.
You were climbing on Amaryllis the whole time, and Amaryllis is dead from the bludgeoning. No, but the real answer is not far off. You are looking around, looking for old trees, kind of taking your time. You know, when a dryad does herbalism, they are not exactly in a rush. As you're looking around, there's a rustling in the trees behind you.
Oh god, it's the other boar.
And it's the other boar that, in a panic, is going to attack at you. What is your armor class?
13.
It hits.
Oh, fuck's sake.
It is going to do 4 bludgeoning damage as it slams into you, and is going to like slam and kind of kick and thrash, and then continue running away.
Okay, so it's not standing and continuing to attack me, it is just going
No,
away.
you just
Good.
get the single. I'm not evil.
Yeah, just on that point of the skill monkey, Neil. Yeah, I chose to play a non-combat character with a lot of skills, considering
rolls
my
ones.
rolls.
At least
Ian's
seeing the
tried
future doesn't
everything to
require
avoid
anything. Your player, your class gimmick just requires you to ask a question.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
fine.
Just
That's
wait until
good.
Wait until second level, I can make checks auto succeed, and then I'm laughing.
Yeah. But with that display, maybe you won't get a second level anytime
Yeah,
soon.
maybe I'll die first.
I imagine it doesn't take any time at all for Bella to kind of, you know, I imagine you would kind of follow the path that board takes and find Amaryllis getting off the ground.
Yeah,
A bit
slowly.
splintered.
Yeah, with a splinter on a leg. It's like, yeah. I take it that your hunt could have gone better.
One better, yeah. Would I notice that you're injured?
It would be
It's
fairly
pretty
obvious.
obvious. Yeah, it's not blood. You're the daughter of a carpenter.
Yeah.
It's like sap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like
there's
sap
sap
and splintered
and-
wood,
yeah.
and the weird thing about dryads is it's not quite wood and it's not quite flesh.
Right.
So it is recognizable. Like it splinters at first, but when it gets deeper, it's more like a cut, more like a bruise. It's a weird combination.
I bet some of our wood tinctures survived. We could probably patch you up.
That would be ideal. But on the way back, I can attempt to find other sources of food, if you will allow me some space and quiet to communicate with the creatures left in the forest.
If you will shut up.
I would just kind of slink off, and I would keep an eye out for like berries and mushrooms and
Okay,
and
both of you give
wild
me
potatoes and shit
Wild
like that.
boar.
give me
Specifically, Ollie, what I would like to do, I
Yeah?
would like to, because I know I don't have any specific ability for this, but I am a dryad. I am very quiet, as we have established, at one with nature. I would like to try basically asking small critters in Sylvan to sort of, if there is anything nearby, or if any stalls or anything they have.
You would know animals don't speak Sylvan unless they are fey animals. I think you
Okay.
would know if there are any fey animals in the area. Like, I imagine you would do it anyway.
Yeah, I would do it
Um,
anyway, just
but
because
it-
it's most natural language.
It's not yeah, exactly. You can communicate with animals. I just want to get that out of the way before
Yeah,
it
yeah,
became a
that.
bigger problem. When you find an animal that speaks Sylvan, it's usually a fey animal,
Yeah.
which is different.
Yeah,
Noticeably, they're not as good to hunt because they turn to glitter. So both of you give me a survival roll.
Can
What's
I
the
do
survival
animal
rolls?
handling on the basis that
Yeah.
I'm asking? Oh, for...
The animals have fled.
Yeah.
And the few plants that you find, Bella, are close to the watering holes, and the berries just crumble to like a mush, which you don't think is edible. This would be when Richter comes back to help after Torin's gone back to. That's all happening. Blue Lady is being produced. You're grinding salves and poultices and all that. You're being a medical boy. I won't distract you because you're very interested in your eating right now. But cola bottles, A tier. Also is A tier, taking a break because we're over time. So when Richter comes back to Team Chucklenuts over here, we'll play D&D. Back in a moment.
Richter